What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome into Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are freaking incredible. Thank you for all of your energy exchange. Thank you for the likes and shares and just for being here with me on the every other daily. Anyways, loves, I'm going to bring the sound bowl. I'm going to call in spirit. And I've lately, honestly, I have been picking up on someone's energy who is absolutely desperate to talk to you right now, to reach out to you. I really feel like this person is sitting in silence, okay, watching you from afar, and maybe even probably most likely lurking on your socials, okay? Deep down, okay, this person, they know that they don't have the right to speak to you. Okay, so not after what they chose is what I heard. Okay, I feel like this person settled for something that they knew that they shouldn't have settled for at the time. Um, but the energy here is like it's super loud. Okay, it is super loud. And I just feel like today we really need to tap in to see what the heck this person is feeling, what they're hiding, what spirit wants you to know, why they're coming through so strongly before we even get started here. This could be, I know I need to ring the sound bowl and call in spirit for the reading to start, but this could resonate for you if there's been like a falling out with a friend, or this could be a soulmate situation, or maybe even a family member. But for the majority of you, I do feel like it is in your romantic life. Okay. And it's interesting because I'm channeling information already before I even get the reading. But yo, it is what it is. It's coming through hot. This is someone who I feel like you had a really intense connection with. Okay. Now this person, like you and this person may not have ever really gotten a relationship off the ground. All right. I am getting that this person was likely already connected to somebody else when the two of you met. Whether or not they were upfront about that fact remains to be seen. Okay. Now, I do feel like there was an opportunity for this person to make a decision. Either they were going to end the current relationship or situationships that they were in and get something started here with you because the connection was felt intensely for both parties. Okay, I do feel like this person ended up choosing to stay where they were. Okay. And this is why I'm picking up that they don't feel like they have the right to even communicate with you because they made a clear and conscious choice, and it feels like they were settling for something that was really easy, and something that was already there. And it was like, you know how we make choices every single day? Are we going to take, the easy way out, or are we going to do things the hard way, whatever it is? Um, Staying in your comfort zone is taking the easy way out for this person. Okay. And I feel like that's exactly what they chose to do. So, with all that being said, this is the person who is in your energy. And they're really, really desperate to talk to you. Now, I am not surprised by this. We literally have 3 planets in retrograde right now. Okay, including Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And this is a moment where we do see a resurgence of like past relationships, past connections resurface. Okay, to be either dealt with or to choose differently, whatever the case might be, we shall see. All right. So thanks for tuning in to the long-winded channeled intro, but I am going to take a moment now, clear the vibe. I am going to set the tone and set the intention for the reading, and then I do have questions. Okay? Okay, let's do the thing. If you already know that this reading is for you, please give your girl a like, just to connect with the rest of the reading. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I had like something stuck in my throat, y'all. I paused it for a moment. Okay, let's get back into it. All right. I'm calling on Spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay. Now, before I even ask the question, I have the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Someone wanting to rush in with an emotional kind of confession. So yeah, there is a feeling of urgency and even a little bit of desperation here already coming up in this reading. So who is this person that's lingering in your energy right now? And why can't they let go? Who is this person, please, that's lingering in our collective's energy? Four of Cups, the Hierophant. I'm going to pull one more. Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Three of Cups as well. Now, because I already have two queens out in this, there was definitely, this is Spirit confirming there was definitely a choice between two different people here, especially with the Three of Cups. So I'm going to tune into this and I'm going to pull out the details. Okay, so I am just going to backtrack just a little bit here because when I pause and tune in, I get more details. I don't feel so pressured and rushed to like just spit out the first thing that comes to my intuition. And that's just me trying to practice building more details into my reading. So thank you for your patience, but it's only a blip for you. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups that flew out of the deck. Before I could even ask the question, right? So the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, this tells me that literally this person is dying to rush in and say something. Like they have this urgent emotional need to just blurt it all out, okay? The pressure is literally building within them right now. But of course, like I was channeling here, this person is holding back, right? They know that they can't just show up out of nowhere after everything that's gone down, okay? They can't. And then when I actually pulled for the question, we got the Four of Cups, the Hierophant, Queen of Wands, and the Three of Cups. And I feel like this combo paints like a very clear picture. This person is absolutely not happy where they are, okay? Four of Cups tells me that they're bored AF. They're emotionally checked out and probably feeling like they missed their chance with you, okay? And they're sitting in that discomfort now. Like now this is what is uncomfortable for them, okay? This whole I chose what felt safe or expected of me, but now I can't stop thinking about what I gave up kind of vibe, okay? And the Hierophant that really, really confirms it. This is someone who went the traditional route, okay? So they settled for maybe what looked really good on paper for them or what their friends or family expected of them, and maybe even what they thought they were supposed to want, okay? But spiritually, they are definitely misaligned here and they feel it, okay? Now, we've got two different queens showing up here, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and because the Three of Cups is also here, I mean, this tells me that they were likely involved. This was like a three-person situation, a third-party situation, right? Which is, again, confirming what I channeled at the beginning of the reading here, okay? So there was a choice. One connection, it feels fiery, it feels passionate, it feels confident, and the other feels deeply emotional, intuitive, and healing, okay? So they know that they chose wrong, or at the very least here, they are not at peace with what they chose, okay? So who is this person? They're definitely somebody who's settled, plain and simple. Okay, so they chose their comfort or stability or image, and now they're feeling the weight of that decision like every single day. They're still holding on to you energetically because they felt something real with you. Okay, and it's something that they cannot recreate. Okay, and they know it. They know it. So my next logical question here is, why did they settle for someone else? And, what are they realizing now about that choice? Okay. And so let's do it. Let's start another row. Let's start another row. Why did they settle for someone else here? And why are they realizing, or sorry, what are they realizing now about that choice? Okay, so why did they settle for someone else? Yeah, it was some kind of trap situation. Okay. 10 of Cups. 6 of Cups. King of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, what do I have? Page of Cups. Okay, I'm just going to tune into this. All right, so this is where it gets super clear, honestly. And, you know, with the first card out here being the Eight of Swords, which, I mean, if you know, right? This person felt absolutely stuck, okay? So they were definitely in their head, overthinking every single thing. But they let fear, self-doubt, and their own mental blocks basically keep them in a box. Like, I feel like they convinced themselves that they didn't have another option, or that choosing you would have been too risky somehow, you know? Like, so they stayed where it felt familiar, comfortable, and safe. Okay. Now, next up, I mean, we've got the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups. Now, I mean, this is really interesting because it shows me, you know, what they thought they were choosing. Okay. They were chasing this ideal, right? This happy family, the perfect picture, maybe even some kind of like childhood dream of what love is supposed to look like. Okay. So they wanted this like emotional fulfillment, right? But they tried to force it with someone else. They tried to force it with the person that they were with, I feel like, you know. And I feel like they chose this version of happiness that was easiest to reach for, like not the one that was actually real. Okay. And then, I mean, we have the King of Pentacles here too, which is like big provider energy. They chose someone that, you know, they thought they could build stability with, someone who looked good on paper. Again, there could have been money involved, even responsibilities like a house, kids, family pressure. Maybe it was just even the fear of not being seen as successful if they chose love over like logic. Okay. I really feel like they settled because it was secure and not because it was soul aligned. Okay. Now, another point I want to make on that too is that they may have settled for, now this is not something that I generally like to say where, you know, some people are quote unquote better than others or whatever like that. I feel like they did kind of date down though, in a sense, like where they stayed with somebody who, again, was kind of easy, maybe somebody who really had, or not had to, maybe somebody that they had to provide for, right? Whereas you may have shown up as being a lot more confident and independent and secure on your own, which again, when somebody is looking up to them, or if they're feeling like the big honcho, the one that's like the provider, okay, that's giving them an ego boost, okay, as well. So it's feeding into something a little bit different with them, as you know, as well, okay, where maybe, you know, they really like to feel needed, right? And you may have come off as like, I don't really need you, you know. That could also be a layer here that I'm picking up on. So let's go back to this though with you know, underneath the deck, the Page of Cups. So I feel like now they're kind of sitting here like, you know, I made the mature decision and I'm still not happy. Okay. Again, I feel like there's a lot of pressure from outside forces on, you know, what was expected of them, whether it was real or perceived by them. Okay. I don't know. But I know one thing for sure right now is they want to apologize. Okay. So they want to say something soft and real, but emotionally, they know that they messed up here. And I feel like now they're realizing that they traded something deep and soul connected for something that looks good in maybe like photos or, you know, whatever, this image, right? This picture perfect image for them, but it feels hollow in real life. Okay. So they're really starting to wake up to the fact that they didn't just settle. It was like a for real act of self-sabotage here. Okay. Because this is not what they really want. Okay. So, what is their emotional state when it comes to you, versus the person that they actually chose? Okay. 7 of Pentacles. Hang on. Look at what was left behind when I picked up the deck. The Empress. Yeah. Okay. Versus the person that they chose. Okay. All right. We have the Six of Pentacles. Sorry, I zoned right out. And the Eight of Cups. What's at the bottom of the deck here? The Page of Swords. Okay. Okay, so this question, I feel like it really says it all here. Their emotions are all over the place, okay? And this contrast between you and the other person is like night and day. It's like night and day here. The first card out is the Seven of Pentacles, which, I mean, it tells me that they've been doing a lot of reflecting, okay? They've been thinking about the time that they spent with you, what they gave, what they didn't give, what could have been if they've done things differently, okay? And I feel like they're sitting in this space of, you know, questioning and thinking, like ruminating. Ruminating is the word I'm looking for. Like, did I mess this up? Did I mess up something I was supposed to nurture? I was supposed to grow, you know? And then we get the Empress. Empress. Jeez Louise, my words. Sometimes when I get excited, I really mess my words up, but the Empress. Empress, which, you know, spoiler alert, that's you. Okay. So no one else even comes close. No one else even comes close here. You, you are the one that they actually saw real potential with. So you're the one that radiates like confidence and softness and abundance and power. Okay. You are not just like a past connection here. You're the benchmark. Like you're the one they compare everyone else to. And no one has matched your energy. Not a single person. Okay. And then we have this Six of Pentacles. Like they know that they did not give equally, right? You were the giver. I feel like you brought warmth, intuition, depth, and they held back. Okay. So now they're looking at their current situation and they're realizing how unbalanced it all feels. Okay. And the Eight of Cups really, really confirms that here. It's like they've already started walking away from the person that they chose emotionally. All right. Like they may still be physically present, but their heart is absolutely disconnected. Okay. So they they're searching for something more, like something that they felt with you. And now I feel like they're trying to figure out what that even means for them. Okay. And under the deck here, the Page of Swords, I mean, they're watching, they're definitely lurking. They're probably watching all your stories and checking your posts and rereading old messages here. They definitely have not moved on. And they're still very deep in observation mode, like trying to understand like how the heck you are so okay without them. Okay. So emotionally, when it comes to you, I feel like they're nostalgic and like regretful and definitely full of longing here. Okay. But when it comes to the other person, they're like emotionally distant, completely checked out, and likely quietly unraveling. Okay. So what regrets are they secretly carrying about, you know, how things ended or never even began with you? Okay. Because I'm getting that too. Like I'm getting that this didn't really ever get off the ground. Um, when it should have, it was likely meant to be, you know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, what regrets are they secretly carrying about how things ended? Okay, the Hermit. The Eight of Pentacles. Oops, okay. There's a lot that fell out, but let's see. The High Priestess. I'm going to have to start a new row here, but that's fine. Because I feel like I should take all of this. I should take all of this energy. Okay, let's see what it is. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So the first three cards that came out here, I mean, this is giving somebody who has done a lot of quiet reflection. Okay. The Hermit tells me they've been sitting with their own guilt, their own loneliness too. They might not be talking to you. Okay. Maybe they never fully explain themselves, right? but they have definitely gone inward. So they know they messed up and they're thinking about what they could have done differently. And honestly, I mean, they regret not trying harder. Okay. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it shows that plain as day. They know that they didn't put the effort in, they didn't build it when they had the chance, and they let it slip through their fingers. Okay. So even though they could feel how important the connection was, they see that now. Okay. They only see it now. And the High Priestess, I mean, this is a big one. They really regret not trusting their intuition. Okay. They regret not speaking their truth. They regret that you both knew that this connection was pretty intense. Okay. But it kind of stayed a little bit unspoken, right? The intensity. You were picking up on it. They were definitely feeling it, but they did not act. They didn't rise. And now, I mean, it's just silence, right? It's just silence. So then we had this second group of cards that fell out, right? Okay. And they were all reversed. They're all reversed. And I feel like this right here is like a full karmic spiral, right? They regret that they did not offer you stability here. Okay. They regret not stepping into like a real relationship with you, not building that home or that life or that future. They definitely regret not being emotionally stable. Okay. Uh, or emotionally available even. And honestly, I feel like they regret this version of themselves that I feel like they were when they had you in their life. Okay. I feel like they were a different version of themselves when the two of you connected, right? So it's not just what happened that they regret, it's the fact like that they were not ready to show up the way that you deserved. And now, I mean, it's too late to go back, right? So they carry that. Every day they've been carrying it. Now, you may have already moved all the way on, right, from this person, but this is the person that is like really so desperate to communicate with you, so desperate to talk to you right now. And I don't know if you're picking it up or if it's just me, but you can let me know in the comments if you're picking up on their energy as well. Okay. But I want to know that's like, what energy are they sending you? Okay. Right now, like either consciously or unconsciously, like, I don't know. They're sending you something. So what energy are they sending you right now? Consciously or unconsciously? What energy are they sending you right now? Consciously or unconsciously? And I just saw 22 on the reading. Okay, we have the Lovers. Yeah. This one wanted to flip the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, come right on. What's at the bottom of the deck? Jeez, Nine of Swords and the Sun. Holy. Okay, I mean, this energy is pretty heavy. So whether you realize it or not with the Lovers, I mean, well, just with all of it, this person is still locked in with you energetically. Okay. And I mean, the cards that came out, they make it really clear. It makes it super, super freaking clear here. First up with the Lovers. All right. This person, I mean, they still feel a soul level bond with you. So whether or not they ever said it, they felt that connection deep, like in their soul, in their body, like their whole being. Okay. And now, I mean, they're still holding on to it, right? So they're sending you that kind of energy that says, hey, we're meant to be something. I still feel you. Okay. And then, I mean, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which, I mean, it's powerful and it's also very layered here. So, yeah, I mean, this can be about divine timing or hoping the universe will bring the two of you back together, but it's also about karma. Okay. The wheel is turning. And I mean, they're definitely feeling the consequences of their choices. So, they're waking up to what they lost, okay? What they didn't nurture. And, I feel like what they couldn't really commit to. All right. So this is like reap what you sow energy. They're sitting in the fallout of, settling for something that was not ever meant for them. And I mean, while the memory of what could have been with you, it's looping over and over and over and over within them. Okay. So there's also this sense of like fate here. Like they know they were supposed to cross paths with you for a reason. And now they're wondering, like, of course, if it's too late to, course correct and fix this, okay? Or if they completely missed their whole destiny. So with the Nine of Swords, I mean, this person is not okay right now. I feel like they're very anxious. They feel really guilty and they're probably having dreams about you. I just feel like they're stuck in this like mental spiral of regret right now, thinking about, what they said, what they didn't say, and how they let this friggin' connection completely fall apart. So, I mean, that energy, it's it's leaking out into the collective right now, and you might be feeling it. Okay. So if you've been randomly thinking about them or like getting them showing up in dreams or feeling like just off emotionally for no reason, yeah, that's them. Okay. They're still sending you energetic pings, like without even realizing it, because they're thinking about you so much, right? They're just drawing on your energy. And then, I mean, we land on the sun here, right? And this is probably the hardest part because they still see you as the light, right? You're the clarity and the warmth and the joy, again, that they cannot replicate here. They can't just find another you. It's just not how it works, right? So I feel like they're watching you glow and grow and shine, right? And part of them is happy for you, but there's this other part that's like absolutely crushed that they're no longer part of this whole thing, okay? And so, I mean, to wrap it up, like what energy are they sending you? I mean, it's soul connection, regret, karma, definitely longing for a timeline that they don't believe that they deserve anymore. Okay, so they're not just missing you, they feel like they missed their whole entire fate. Okay, so I'm going to move into what spirit wants you to know about this connection and like the role that it may or may not still play in your life. Okay, so what does spirit want you to know about this connection? What does spirit want you to know about this connection and the role that it still plays in your life if it does? Okay. Okay, strength. Okay, Two of Cups. Wow, and the Fool. Wow, okay. I wasn't really expecting that, but sure. I'll take it. I'll take it. I also have the Five of Cups. All right. Okay, so I mean, I was honestly not expecting these cards, okay? Not after everything else that we've seen in this reading, but I mean, Spirit came through with this like really beautiful message here. So, first off, with strength, okay? This tells me that, this connection really helped you grow in ways that you probably didn't even realize, okay? So, yeah, it might have hurt, okay? It may have stretched you like beyond your limits. But it also showed you what you're capable of. Okay. So I feel like it helped you tap into this like emotional mastery, some patience, boundaries, and a deep self love. Okay. So it awakened something in you. That is for sure. And then we have the Two of Cups here. And this, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a soul bond for sure. That part was real. This wasn't just a fantasy, it wasn't a projection. Like, spirit is legit acknowledging the emotional depth, likely the mirror effect here, and definitely some mutual recognition. Okay, so you were meant to cross paths. All right, there's no doubt about it. But I mean, just because something was mutual, it doesn't really mean that it was meant to last forever in the 3D. Okay, so the Fool here, it is saying that it is time to move forward, to take your lessons and to step into your next chapter. Okay. But I mean, it's one that's not defined by what could have been, but by like what you're now ready to receive. Okay. So this doesn't have to be like a forever open wound. Okay. It can be like a turning point. It can be a turning point. Yeah. And then, I mean, we have the Five of Cups that was under the deck. And, it's really a reminder that, yes, I mean, this probably still hurts. There's probably still grief somewhere in you. Some part of you probably still wonders like why it had to go this way. And Spirit saying, look, don't stay stuck in the sorrow. There is still love like waiting for you here. There's still magic ahead. Okay. This connection definitely played a major role in your own personal growth and evolution, but it's not your final chapter. Okay. And now I feel like you get to choose where you go from here. Okay. Whether or not, if this person ever does like speak out and speak up, like no matter what, you have a chance to start something new and fresh here for yourself. Okay. So I am going to dive deeper, in an extended version of this. I want to get into the emotions, a little bit of the karma and potential timelines like around this connection. So if you are interested in that, the link will be posted to the top of the comments. And again, I always appreciate energy exchange and support for the work that I do. It does help to bring these free readings to YouTube. So again, I am so very grateful for anyone who does join me over there for a deeper look into the energy. And I guess, I mean, what are we going to look into? So, okay, you know what? I need to know whether or not they're still in that other relationship, okay, and what's actually going on there. That's something that we'll get into. I'm going to also ask, like, will they ever be brave enough to actually reach out again? Or are they just keeping you in this like soul loop? Okay. Is there a real future between the two of you, or is it time to completely release them? Because I mean, this fool is a little bit, it can go either way with the fool here. So, is there any kind of real future between you, right? And most importantly, like what is spirit preparing you for next in love? All right. So, if you've been feeling their energy, absolutely, but you're still struggling to make sense of your own feelings, you definitely won't want to miss the full download. Okay. So, follow the link below if you're into it. If not, feel free to offer energy exchange in any other kind of way. It is all very much welcome and all very much appreciated. Okay, I'm forever grateful for anything that you can offer, whether it be joining our tribe by subscribing or liking the reading or leaving a little comment so I can put a little heart on it. Everything helps. Okay, so thank you so very much. I'm sending you lots of love and I hope to see you in the extended or at least in the next reading. Take care, loves.